everyone, it's Bonita from Pennies to Dollars, and today I thought I would share with you some spend smart tricks that I have came up with because I have been racking my brain trying to come up with ways to try to save money. And I normally am a frugal person, but I even find myself trying to think of more ways to make my dollar stretch these days. Sometimes I'm just walking in circles in the grocery store going, oh my gosh, what am I going to buy? Because I refuse to pay this much for something. But these are some of the ideas that I've came up with for you today. It is super, super humid right now in Kansas. We've had one of the wettest Mays that we have had in a very long time. The humidity makes you feel hotter than you normally are, and we normally don't run our air conditioner unless it gets super, super hot. We just have window units. But I find myself tempted to turn it on because of the humidity, not because of the heat, because it's really not that hot. So I decided it would be a frugal, smart idea to order a dehumidifier. And so I went online to get that because I thought, a lot of times when we do turn on our air conditioning, it's just because it's humid. And if I have a dehumidifier, I won't be tempted to turn it on when the temperature isn't that high. And when I got online to look for one, I found a refurbished one that saved me about $21. Now, we talk about buying used, but we don't always talk about buying refurbished. My current phone that I'm using right now is a refurbished phone. A lot of times they will have these things on Amazon when you go to order. You will have a refurbished area over there on the right hand side, and you kind of have to look for it because I was tempted to click that button and then that caught my eye and I said, hey, there is a new, almost new dehumidifier for it's $21 less. So I'm going to get that instead. Exact same model, exact same everything. So I was able to save $21, and I should be able to save some on my electricity because I won't be tempted to turn on my air conditioner when it's not really hot and it's just humid. And then I can use that extra water to dump into my toilet to flush my toilet. Now, I'm giving this as an example. I may not even do that. I may just put it on my plants if needed. And it's because we don't pay for water. I live in the country. But if you paid for water, that would be another good trade-off because it would save you the gallons of water that it pulls out of the air for you to dump into your toilet to flush your toilet. So there's some ways that you can spend your money smart. Think about reusing the water and think about buying refurbished. The second way is to increase your deductibles on your vehicles, increase them on your house if you feel comfortable doing that. A lot of us are working from home. Maybe we've had our insurance set where it's not costing us as much because we're not driving as far to work, but have you thought of raising that deductible? That will also decrease your insurance premiums. So look at doing that. If your car is just sitting in the yard most of the time, you might as well increase those deductibles and put some of that food money back into your pocket. Also, we need to take care of our things better. We are all guilty of buying things and then not really taking care of them, not knowing where we put them, not storing them appropriately, not using them according to the directions. Maybe we stick them in a back room where it draws moisture like we talked about and it ends up ruining that item, or we leave it in the yard after we've used a tool, ends up ruining that item. There's so many ways that we don't take care of our things in this day and age. And if you think about it, when we grew up, when our parents grew up, things were not as replaceable as they are now. People took care of their things. That's why there's antiques. Are there even going to be any antiques from our era? I doubt there's going to be very many because people throw things away and they don't take care of them. There aren't things to be passed down from our era other than maybe jewelry because people just don't take care of their things. And yes, they're not all made as well as they were back then, but I think we could do a better job in taking care of our things. And then those items will last us longer and we won't have to replace them as often. The next idea is to drive the speed limit. Do you remember when we all had to drive 55 miles an hour because it was more cost effective and more fuel efficient? We went on a little trip here a while back, and we were not in any hurry the first evening. We had a destination to a hotel. We had got to leave the house about an hour earlier than we planned, and we only had a few hours to go. And I told my husband, why don't we just drive slower? We're not in any hurry. We're going to get there in plenty of time. We're going to get there before dark. We can just slow down and enjoy the view, and we'll save some gas mileage by doing that. So we just slowed down. We were on back county roads. There was no reason. There was no one around us. Why not just slow down and enjoy the view and save some gas mileage at the same time? So if you're not in a hurry, or maybe you can even leave earlier, maybe you can slow down a bit, go the speed limit or a little below the speed limit, and save you some money. It's costing us $4.60 a gallon right now in Kansas, and I know it's much higher everywhere else, but $4.60 a gallon scares me to death, and it makes me not want to leave the yard in my car, for real. Everyone is competing for your dollar right now. It's not just you trying to figure out how to spend that dollar, but all of the businesses know that you are trying to make that dollar stretch. So they're all competing for it. And that actually gives you some benefits. So think about all of those apps that you have on your phone. Think about the apps that you have maybe for food places or places of business, and make sure you utilize those. Even Quick Trip right now, I think, has a 49-cent drink on the app. Sonic has half-price drinks all day long. Pizza Hut, if you order from them and use the app, you can get free pizza. Same with Starbucks. There are rewards for all kinds of different places. Most everybody has an app or a reward program of some sort. McDonald's had on their app yesterday 2 for $1 cheeseburgers. So see, if you utilize that, you can make your dollar stretch farther. So look at those, like CVS Pharmacy right now sent me an email, $10 off a $10 CVS item. A free item up to $10 as long as it's CVS brand. Walgreens will send you specials like that as well. So think about those as you are shopping. Make a mental note, make a note on your paper, and keep track of those specials, and you will find that they will save you money when you're out and about and you're doing things if you utilize those and shop accordingly. Make sure that you understand those program offers so that you don't go into the checkout and then realize whatever you got did not meet that requirement. Property taxes are increasing, food costs are increasing, fuel is increasing. So we have to look at every little way we can to stretch that dollar right now. And I hope this is helpful to you. And please give me a thumbs up if it was. Have a great day.